Alright there, singing world. This video will offer Italian pronunciation help for the aria Sebben Crudele from the 24 Italian aria book. We will explore the tips and tricks to help you sing this aria without accent and also discuss the proper open and closed vowels and other non-phonetic things such as phrasal doubling and assimilation. But before we do that, please direct your attention to the description of this video below. I've written out the entire text with the open vowels notated and all the non-phonetic things that occur in the aria. Besides that, there are various links to my website, my Facebook fan page, and also the most important link is to the pronunciation dictionary on the RAI site. You may follow this link or type in RAI or RAIDOP on any search engine. It will take you to the site. RAI dizionario, there's another thing you could search for. In this site you can put in any word and it has a playback button. It will, with a native Italian speaker, play back the word so you can hear it with a native Italian speaker. Besides that, it shows you the open and closed E's and O's and any other non-phonetic things that may occur. That's why I love the site. It acknowledges that there is non-phonetic Italian such as phrasal doubling and assimilation. So let's go ahead with this. This is a very short text, so first I will read it all and then we'll go word by word and then we'll go again with line by line. Okay, so first of all, here's the whole poem and follow along. As you'll notice, I've notated closed E and open E as we go. Closed E is A, open E is A, closed O is O, open O is A. Those are also notated. Okay, so here we go. Sebben crudele, mi fai languir, sempre fedele, ti voglio amar, con la lunghezza del mio servir, la tua fierezza saprò stancar. Okay, so now let's go through this word by word, very detailed, and tackle every little letter and phenomenon as it occurs. Okay, so the first word you'll notice has a double B in it, and the first E is A and the second E is A. Okay, so E's in Italian can either be pronounced A as in hey or A as in head. So the first one is printed E is the IPA symbol, International Phonetic Alphabet, for A. The other one is A, the one that looks like a Greek E with the rounded sides, right? So Sebben. Now, if you notice, I have a double B, right? And what happens is Americans tend to overdo double B. They actually stop phonation. So what I mean is your vocal cords stop vibrating like this. Sebben. So that's too much, right? So to make a double B, it has to be, you stop just for a slight second on the B, you get stuck on it, but you don't stop the phonation. There's no stop in vowel, right? So Sebben, Sebben. And that's the only way I can explain it, right? It's not Sebben with the stop, but Sebben. Okay? So there's an A and an A. Next word, crudele. So the stress of this word is the A, right? And the unstress is A. The R rolls in this word. It's a rolled R. Krr. So when you roll an R, you have to have the tip of your tongue up against the ridge behind your teeth. And it trills like that. Okay? In no way does it start from an American R. It's there. And it has the pitch that you're singing on it. Okay, so in order for you to roll an R, your tongue must be able to reach that ridge, and if you can't, then you're going to have to fake it. But if you can reach the ridge, yes. So, and it's the same position as if you said da, 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 right? But that tip of your tongue is flat. So you want a straight tip of your tongue to get to that R. Okay, so now you have single D and you have single L. Now here are some of the mistakes I could make in this word. I could make a double D and a double L like this. Crudele. And you hear this a lot, right? See? So how do we do double D? We have to stop phonation, right? So crudele would be a double D, right? Double L would be I hold my tongue in the L position while I phonate. So like this, crudele. See, that's wrong in this word. It's crudele. So to make a single L, I can't hold my L in position, right? So wrong, crudele, correct, crudele. So the other way to do single consonants, the single D and the single L, is to do all of those vowels, right? So just do the vowels in a row like this. Way, way. And you notice from one vowel to another, there's no glottal. I don't do right? I don't do that. Way. Now that feeling of generous vowels is the same when the word happens. Crudele. Okay? So practice that feeling, and now you have the word and you have the single consonants. Next word, me. M-I. Okay, I is always E. Fi. So this doesn't rhyme with the word by in English. What we do in English is we tend to harmonize vowels to other things. So what happens is we say cry in a very tight position. They don't. They sing ah, E. Fa, E. Fi. You understand? So we just do it really fast, but there's no harmonization. So those vowels are further apart, right? Fi, right? Fi. Okay, so the ah is always ah, the E is always E, not fi. See what I mean? There's a difference, right? Languir. So now we have a, uir, right? So there's an u and an e. So in Italian, a is always u, a, right? U is always u, I is always e. These are the three phonetic vowels. The non-phonetic vowels are the e's and o's that change between a and a, depending on the situation. Okay, so languir. So if we would do all of this in vowel, it would be awi, right? So notice the last thing is an E. What we don't do is let the R harmonize the I. I hear a lot in singing languir, right? So you've heard that, I'm sure. Languir. Now let's talk about R, when R rolls and when R flips. So when R touches a consonant, it rolls. So the R in crudele, it rolls. This R is final R, and it ends a phrase, so it rolls also. So final R, languir. If nothing happens after it, or a word with a consonant, it rolls. Now R's that are surrounded by vowels are flipped. Now I'm finding one, and that's in the second line from the end. Fierezza. You see that R is not fierezza. There's no rolled R there. It's fierezza. And the reason for that is that R is surrounded by vowels. So R's that are surrounded by vowels are flipped. R's that touch a consonant are rolled. Okay, going on. Sempre. Now, notice that the M touches the P, and it does this. There's an actual phonation like a double M. Sempre. And that's completely legal, right? So an M that touches a consonant or an N that touches a consonant. You might have noticed in the last word we did, languir, that the N sang, okay? Now besides that, it does an assimilation, okay? So this is what I was talking about in the intro to the video. When N assimilates, it goes into the position of the next consonant. So think about where the G is, guir. You're going to do that with the middle of your tongue, right? To do a G, guir, a hard G, right? So now the N goes with the middle of the tongue, languir, and it also sings. So you see that is an assimilation. The N is not with the tip of the tongue. It's not like this, languir, where I have to put a shadow vowel as I release my tongue, but it's with the middle of the tongue, languir. We do this in English, actually. If we say something like inkwell, say inkwell, right? Like the thing you dip your ink in, your pen in, inkwell, old-fashioned, right? When people would write with a plume, right? So inkwell, right? You see, you assimilate right away. So languir with the middle of the tongue. Sempre. So this M is going to go right where the P is. Sempre. Okay, so now let's talk about stress of a word and unstressed of a word and how it affects open and closed vowels, and are there any rules to open and close vowels or formulas that we can follow to help us and guide us. So if you look at the word sempre, there's a stressed syllable and there's an unstressed syllable. There's an accented syllable and unaccented syllable, right? So we know that the first syllable, sem, is accented. Sempre, right? So what we know is that all of the unaccented syllables in Italian are closed vowels. So this takes away a lot of your work, right? So a lot of things, like if you look at the next word, fedele, all of the unstressed vowels, the ones that fall not on the accent, are going to be A or O if there are E's and O's on those syllables. Okay, so we only have to worry about the stressed vowel. So the bad news is that the stressed vowel could be either open or closed. So we have to memorize them all. So the best thing is just to mark your stress and whether they're open or closed. There are no rules. Doesn't matter what anybody tells you, there are no rules for open or closed. There are a few formulas for suffixes and certain forms of words, but other than that, you have to memorize them all. So again, there are no rules. So we have to memorize that sempre, the stress on that one is an open E, but the next word, fedele, is a closed E on the stress. Now, again, to summarize, we know that all of the unstressed vowels, like the second syllable, unaccented of sempre, is a closed E, and the unstressed E's of fedele are closed E's. Let's go on. T is just T-I, T, vɔglio. Okay, so again, we have a stressed O that is open, and then the unstressed we know is closed, right? Vɔglio. So the first one is O, the second one is O. Amar, amar. So to practice. We tend, when we have two ahs in a word in English, we neutralize, right? So just think about the word America. America, right? Everything is harmonized. Everything has been influenced and corrupted, right? All those vowels are not pure. America. Look at all the chewing that goes on, right? If Italian said it, it would be America. Same thing with this, right? So when you have the word amar, you can practice going amar. Okay? There's another mistake you can make, and that would be to double the M, amar, right? And we know that by holding our lips on the M while we phonate makes a double M. That's all we need to do. Amar. We can do it very softly, it's still double M. Amar. Amar. One M. Rolled R at the end, because final R going into a break is rolled. Going on. Con, C-O-N. Con, closed O. La. Okay, so we have all weak monosyllables in this aria. For a discussion of strong monosyllables, go to any other video I've made. This is the only aria that has no strong monosyllables. And what I mean by strong monosyllable is one that causes a phrasal doubling. They are all weak monosyllables. So la is a weak monosyllable. Okay, so if that were a strong monosyllable, you'd have a double L on lunghezza. But let's not deal with that because we don't have to in this one. So lunghezza is a stressed E that is closed. Okay, so the ZZ is like the Z in pizza. It's like a TZ, like the Z in Mozart. Right? My mother, bless her heart, she used to say Mozart, but it's lunghezza, right? Lunghezza, two TZs, right? And then GHE is gay, right? The H hardens it. GE would be J, so GHE is gay, right? So lunghezza, closed E. DEL is closed, del. Mio, so the accent is on the first E, right? And it's two vowels, mio. Now, here's a word where we tend to harmonize, right? So if you look at that, I've underlined the E because it's a closed E. If we just practice the vowels first before we do it's A, E. So servir. So if I separated everything, right, so I don't harmonize, it's a, r, v, r, servir. So that's how we sing, right? Servir. So it's all in that same position. Let's go on. La. We've had tua is like mio. So any of the possessive pronouns, I have a strong first vowel and a weaker second vowel. Mio, tua. Now we have fierezza. So all closed. The first E is in an unstressed position. The second one is stressed, so we just have to memorize that it's closed. And it rhymes with lunghezza. So now we have a future tense, saprɔ, and that ends with an open vowel. So a lot of future tense, farò, saprɔ, sarò, anything is open O. Okay? So now what happens is we do have here's the one phrasal doubling that happens in this word. Because we end on a truncation, that word will cause the next word to start with a double consonant. So the next word is stancar, and it's again, there's an N assimilation. You notice the N goes into where the K sound is, and again, it's with the middle of the tongue, with the rolled R at the end, stancar. And when we put these two words together, we get Saprɔ, stancar. Okay, so now we've gone everything word by word. Let's do again together, reading whole phrases now that we have all of the details put in. And we're going to find one arc, and we're going to try to keep the arc of the phrase like a wave on the beach, and it's only going to crash in two places, and that's where we see periods, right? And that's basically where our rhymes are going to happen also. So as far as singing long phrases, where everybody's interested in singing long phrases, you can do long phrases not only with your breath support and your legato, but also with your mind by just finding the arc in only a couple downs. So here we go. Sebben crudele, mi fai languir, sempre fedele, ti voglio amar. Con la lunghezza del mio servir, la tua fierezza, saprò sstancar. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like. Always feel free to comment and add suggestions and also requests. And as always, don't forget to visit your coach at home, and we'll see you at the opera.